$18,000. That's what's on the line right now. It's the price of admission to play two of the largest tournaments in the world here at Triton, with a shot at a multi-million-dollar prize pool. I flew all the way from Dallas, Texas to Jeju, Korea to battle the best players on the planet, and it all comes down to a few crucial moments. Your entire tournament life can be decided by a single hand.
That's dumb.
You're about to see some of the most intense, high-stakes all-ins I have ever played. We're talking gut-wrenching coin flips, massive bluffs, and moments that could define a career. This is the reality of high-stakes poker. One card can make you a champion or send you home with nothing.
All right, so we just busted the 3K Genesis for 6,700. They put it back into my account into crypto USDT. So now we got to take that 6,700, add another 3,300 to that, send it over to Triton, and we are playing the 10K Mystery Bounty. So there it is. So we are at table 94, seat 5. Table 94, seat 5. Let's go get it.
This is event number 2, the 10K Mystery Bounty. With over $2.5 million in the prize pool, the stakes are massive. I'm starting with 200,000 chips at the 3K blind level, and blinds are going up every 35 minutes, but there's no time to waste as we pick up pocket kings on the button, and I make it 6.5K to go. Actions on the small blind, it's a great spot when he doesn't snap fold. He probably thinks I'm opening the button light, which I will be doing with a lot of my hands, but pocket kings is the second best hand of poker, and I'm in a great spot when he puts in the call. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling as comfortable on an ace high flop, but luckily my opponent checks it over to me. I should have a lot of aces in my range here, so I like going for a small bet, and Martin Finger puts in the call. If we had any doubts on the flop, the turn silenced all of them. Bang! The king of diamonds appears, and Martin checks it over to me for a second time. With 30K in the middle, I want to go around 2/3 the size of the pot. If he has an ace, he's definitely not folding, and maybe, just maybe, we have turned a set over his flop set, and we can get stacks in the middle. I decide to go for 20K, and Martin thinks about his options. Even though he's got those glasses on and is feeling pretty swaggy, he doesn't feel great about his hand and slides his cards into the middle. Still, a momentum builder here, turning a set of kings, and our stack is going in the right direction. But just as we're getting comfortable, we get into another hand. Kepilov opens under the gun to 7K at the exact same 3K big blind level. I'm in the low jack. I have pocket ochos and a decision. I could 3-bet or I could just call. That's what I decide to do, which brings in Hugh Jinlong in the big blind. We're going 3 ways to a flop. The flop comes a titillating 8-6-5 with 2 spades board. Bang! We flop top set. Kepilov continues to bet for 5K, and the action's on me. I could go for a raise here, or I could just smooth call, and maybe, just maybe, the big blind, Hugh Jinlong, will come in for a check raise. This board is very connected. The big blind could easily have both of the straights, being 7-9 and 7-4. He could have a flush draw, 2 pair, or a lesser set. So I like just calling the 5K here, and sure enough, Hugh Jinlong springs a trap and makes it 25K to go, getting Kepilov out of the under the gun position. Back over to me. This is exactly what I wanted. Now I can comfortably get my entire stack in the middle when Jinlong is saying he has a great hand. There's no way he'll fold a straight. He may fold a flush draw, but 2 pairs and sets aren't folding either, so I jam my 119K stack in the middle, good for around 40 big blinds. These are the type of spots that can make or break you in a tournament.
It's a bounty tournament. So Mackenzie, what happens if he stacks me then? Does he get like a little chip, or do you know?
5 seconds.
You don't know? Oh my gosh. There's those extra 2 layovers. You're off your game.
If he calls and wins, I'll be knocked out, $10,000 poorer, and left to question should I re-enter or not. But if he calls and I double up, I'll have a massive stack, one that can definitely put pressure on the rest of my opponents and hopefully drive me to make a deep run. That's exactly what happens. He puts in the call, the cards are on their backs, and he has 7-5 offsuit for an open-ended straight draw and bottom pair, just 28% chance to win, and I need Mackenzie to pull through for me.
She deals at my local card room in Texas, so it's good that she behaved here, because we have a history, you know. I could chirp her every day of the week if I wanted to. hard to get away from me. Wait, before you leave, I gotta get a picture.
No, I don't want a picture.
Too bad, here, no consent. I have a media pass. It's the one person you can't tell not to take a picture.
I now have over 90 big blinds, which is exactly where I need to be in this tournament. I'm feeling great, but hour after hour goes by.
I'm getting fucking secondhand smoke over here and I'm just waiting.
No joke, 3 hours have passed since that last hands with pocket eights until I find myself in a spot here with only 41K in my stack. I've been blinded down for the past 3 hours and I'm gonna go all in blind.
I think we should do it, brother. Hey, I'm gonna go all in blind with you. Enough is enough, okay?
Why? I only have 5 big blinds. The blinds are now 4K, 8K, 8K, and I have only 41K in my stack, so the small blind jams all in, and I don't even look at my cards.
Oh my gosh, brother. I went all in blind, I had pocket 10s. That's the best. That's your brother? Okay, wait. We're not out of the woods yet. No, wait. Tranquilo. Oh my god. Queen, 9. What do I need, queen? Oh. That's just, that's dumb. Wait, all that time I finally get a good hand, I go in blind. Hey, at least I got it in the head. I did this whole Instagram story, like, if they're gonna knock me out, they're gonna have to suck out on me. And I stuck to it. An absolute disaster. After making $3,700 in the first tournament, I've now lost $10,000 in the second tournament, putting my 2 tournament total at minus 6.3K. All right, guys, I lost $10,000 in this video, but I'm not done yet here in Korea. I have 2 bangers coming out next. We got the 8K main event and a 20K high roller, and then a week from today, I'll be playing, hopefully up on that stage, in a $25,000 buy-in, a WPT event, and then a $30,000 buy-in. No joke. If you guys haven't signed up for online poker in the United States yet, Club WPT Gold is a legal place to play in 46 out of the 50 states, running 24/7. Use promo code Wolfgang when you sign up for a bonus. The link is down below and pinned in the comments. Good luck on the felt.
I'm gonna buy in now for the $8,000 main event, and I need to cash in this one to avoid going into a big hole on the trip.
I'm coming in here with a fresh stack. I'm rejuvenated. I'm ready to go. It's freaking Korea. Look at this. There's like automated food things going by here. I could put something on it on the way, but table 17, seat 6. So we're gonna open this ticket. That's me. We show this to the floor person and they're gonna scan us in at the table.
Triton is sick. As soon as one tourney ends, another massive one begins. This $8,000 Triton 1 main event has over $7 million in the prize pool and around $1 million for first place with over 1,000 entrants. I exchange $8,000 for 250,000 chips. The blind levels go up every 40 minutes and we're starting at the 3K big blind level where I look down at the third best hand in poker, pocket queens.
I try to play like all the different stakes, so it's like relatable. Like when I go back to Texas, I'll play 1-3 for $1,000 buy-in. Oh, really? Yeah. But then I'll play like a 25K. So it's like it appeals to everyone, I guess. Yeah.
Chung opens under the gun to 7K, and of course I 3-bet him to 21. He puts in the call, and we're going heads up in position to a flop, which comes ace-6-3 with 2 clubs. After he checks, I go for a very small bet here of 15K into the 50K pot. I have second pair, I have the queen of clubs, and Chung puts in the call, bringing in the 10 of spades on the turn. He checks it again, and now I have a decision. I could jack behind, but that might open the door for him to go for a large bet on the river, putting me in the tough spot. So instead, I decide to go for a bet here. If he raises, I can just comfortably fold, but he might call here with some club draws, some straight draws, or a spade draw. So 35K is the wager, and Chung puts in the call once again. The river comes a 9 of diamonds, and the action goes check, check. He turns over 10, 9 of clubs. He did in fact have a club draw, but he ended up making the best hand 2 pair on the river, so an 150K stack immediately going his way, and after busting in the first tournament, this second tournament isn't going much better.
You always bet so big on the club. I'm always sizing up against me. Act your age, okay? Behave yourself. You wouldn't try to bluff me, would you?
I wouldn't try to have it.
You should have told me that before I called. He's actually a big businessman. We can make an exception.
Can be Djokovic or whoever you are.
The morale is low. I just got crushed in that last pot. How do queens lose there? But don't worry, you guys. This is the beginning of a lot of all-ins. Insane spots coming up, and I pick up pocket jacks here off of an 80K stack, so around 27 big blinds to play with. I'm in the big blind, and there's a raise to 6K and 2 calls over to me. I decided to jam it all in. What better spot to do it with than pocket jacks? If I get called here, maybe they have one overcard, one undercard, or maybe some other lower pocket pairs could call here and we'll be in an 80-20 spot. Velasevich calls from the hijack. He's a very good player, but when the cards are on their backs, we see we're in great shape here versus pocket eights. Just what I was saying, 81-19 in favor of the Wolf. The flop is clean. Ace, King, 5, Rainbow. We're now up to a 92% favored, and the turn comes the 8 of Hearts. This is a disaster. I only have 2 outs. The odds are next to impossible. And then this happens.
Oh! Okay. Yeah, Hustler? Yeah, I got one. he's ready, he's ready.
On the brink of elimination, we pull a rabbit out of our hat. Now we have more than a full double up and immediately get the good news that we're gonna be on the feature table. Yes, the feature table here in Korea, but bad news, I'm in 8th place at the table, 153.5K in my stack, good for around 31 big blinds. The good times keep on rolling. I pick up the Sharp Tops, American Airlines Weapons of Mass Destructions, aka the best hand in poker, and open it up to 10K. I'm on the edge of my seat trying to figure out a way how we can get my 30 big blinds in the middle and finally have a massive stack in this tournament so I can win that $1 million top prize. Annie Toe takes the bait. She's the villain in this hand, and we're heads up, out of position to a flop, which comes ace, 7, deuce, bang, we flop top set.
Ace is 7 deuce. Rainbow, as dry as it could ever be. Wolfgang with top set. Almost too good.
I'm checking this. You just have such a strong hand. You block all the hands that can pay you off. Yeah, that's a perfect check from Wolfgang.
A little bit of overkill here. When we have 2 of the aces in our hand, there's not much she's gonna connect with, so I decide to start with a tricky check. She checks behind, the turn comes the 4 of Hearts, and I check once again. I'm looking to go for the check raise. Maybe she'll take my double check as weakness and put some valuable chips in the middle, but instead she checks behind, bringing in the last card, the 9 of diamonds. The pot is 32.5K. I could either go for a small bet of around 10K, a large bet being an overbet for like 45K, or I could check it over to Annie once again. I think if she had a 7 or a 9, she might go for value here, trying to target a king high call. So I check it over to her, looking to spring the trap, but unfortunately we don't get the opportunity to do so because she had king 10 offsuit. I doubt she calls on any street, so I probably made the maximum. We then get back to bullying Annie right away when she opens the cutoff with 8s. I jam my 24 big blinds in the middle, and she's forced to fold.
Oh, she folds.
You're 2 for 2. Making good folds.
It's our turn then to pick up pocket ochos, but this time there's a raise and a 3-bet in front of me.
Sean has been a little quiet. Wolfgang looks down at pocket 8s in the small blind.
Fold is probably incoming. Wolfgang.
I think a fold would be very reasonable.
You can hear the announcers say that they probably like a fold here, and that's exactly what I do. I think a 4-bet shove might have worked here, and even if we got called, look at their hands, we would have been in a flip spot, but sometimes you gotta find the fold. Often enough, they're gonna have some overpairs, and I would be in a gross spot. The excitement of being on the feature table under the bright lights for thousands of players to criticize my play doesn't last long. We're back out in the field and in a tough spot here at the 10K big blind level when I have 182K in my stack with king queen offsuit. I decided to raise the hijack up to 20K or 2 big blinds. Right before this hand started, seed number 9, Guerrero, got into it with my favorite hometown Fort dealer, Mackenzie, about a weird spot. So when he jams all in for 16K, of course, I have to get retribution, and we are going to try to crack pocket aces. He has an 87% chance to win, but if there's any poker gods out there, surely they'll give me the best hand.
That's for my girl. That's for Mackenzie right there. That's playground justice.
Remember when I said in the intro that one card can make you a champion or send you home with nothing? Yeah, this is one of those moments.
Keep rolling.
Seat open, 17.
Keep rolling. You know, when people bully my favorite dealer, Mackenzie here, we take a stand. Ace is cracked, flop the straight, bang, let's go. I don't even care about the chips. I'll never disrespect Mackenzie like that. Get out.
As the end of registration approaches, I'm sitting on just over 200K, but at the 15K big blind level, that's just around 14 big blinds. So I have two options: wait for a good hand and get it all in, or I could play really aggressive, shove my stack in a bunch, and then if I bust, I'll just rebuy for 8K before registration ends, and if I double up, I'll have around 400 to 500K in my stack. So I decide to take the aggressive approach against a few opponents and shove all in with marginal hands.
Oh, see, you can get me now. You can punish me. Here, look, I'll keep it like this so you can get me next hand, okay? I'll keep it like that for you. All in. We don't have time to waste. We only have 1:30, so I can rebuy. Oh, come on, 24 bigs. 24 bigs. That's what the app says. You trust me?
Yes.
I wouldn't lie to you. We had the rebuy open, but we're not gonna need it. We survived the rebuy stage.
But after table talking my opponents and having some fun, I finally pick up a good one here with King Queen offsuit and jam it all in. I'm gonna get called by Timothy Chung out of the big blind, who turns over pocket jacks. It's a flip situation and not that bad of a spot to be in. He easily could have had ace queen, ace king, or something that had me in tough shape like kings or queens. The dealer shows the window card. It's the jack of clubs, giving Chung a set, but it's followed by the king and 10 of diamonds, giving me top pair and an open-ended straight draw. The turn comes the king of hearts, giving me 3 of a kind, but I have no more open-ended straight draw because Chung has a full house. I'll need the last remaining king in the deck to make quads, one of the 3 remaining queens in the deck to give me a better full house, or one of the 3 remaining 10s in the deck to give me a better full house, kings over 10s. But as long as there's still a percentage, there's still a chance. I believe. As the dealer begins to put out the river card, my heart is beating out of my chest. This is the biggest spot of the day. If I win this, over 450K in my stack. If I don't, I'm back up in my room. I can't even re-enter the tournament. So luckily the river comes the 10 of clubs, giving me a full house, 100% chance of staying in the tournament, and Timothy Chung is sick. What a gross spot.
That's how we fucking do it. Let's go.
You do this.
Fucking, it's because we share the same name. Alex.
Next time cannot only.
I'm a dangerous player. When I have a stack, I'll tell you that much. When the bad player has a stack, you gotta watch out. That was good for poker. That was good for poker right there.
But even though I'm riding the high of that last hand, I don't get any cards to play with for the next hour. 60 minutes go by before I look down at ace queen offsuit from under the gun. We're now at the 20K big blind level and I have 415K in my stack. Good for just 21 big blinds, but of course I make it 40K to go. Long cow calls from the hijack and both blinds fold, which means we're playing an 130K pot, heads up, out of position. The flop comes king, 10, 7, rainbow. Not exactly what I wanted. Sure, I have an overcard. I might have the range advantage on this board, and I can pick up a jack on the turn or river and make a straight. But now with a short stack of less than 20 big blinds, anything I put in the middle represents a large portion of my stack, so I definitely have to be careful. I decided to bet out for 2 big blinds, hoping he'll fold a hand like pocket 6s, pocket 5s, pocket 4s, but no, he puts in the call, and now the pot is ballooned up over 210K. I'm really not loving this spot. When you he calls the flop, he could easily have a hand like 10-9, 10-jack, king-jack, king-10. So when the turn doesn't bring any help bringing in the 3 of hearts, I'm really in a gross spot. I could go for a bet here, but like I said, that's going to commit a large portion of my stack, so I really want to check. But checking won't win me the pot. He could easily bet this turn card, and I'd be forced to fold, relinquishing my grasp on this hand. So when times get tough, you gotta buckle down, and I decided to go for a half pot size bet here, a massive 105k, hoping he folds a pair of 10s, 7s, or a lower pocket pair. After I put in that big bet and he doesn't fold very quickly, my heart is in my stomach knowing he probably has a king. And sure enough, after a long tank, he puts in the call. The pot is now 420k and I only have 230k behind. This is a terrible spot. I have like no fold equity on the river, but what if it came the jack of diamonds? Bang, we river the nuts. He'll never see this coming. I said there's really no fold equity with my 230k stack, so let's put it to the test. I jam all in. I think this is my only move. Betting smaller makes no sense. I want to get the maximum versus a king. Hopefully he has a set of 10s or 7s or maybe 2 pair. I jam it all in. 230k, bringing the total pot size to 650k. I'll win at least that, but I'm greedy. I want 880k. Please, Long Cow, put in the call. He's staring at me using time banks, and I'm definitely sweating. I'm trying to do my best Tom Dwan impersonation, stare at one card and give nothing away. But even though I don't recognize a lot of the players in the tournament, including Long Cow, that doesn't mean they're not good players. It could just mean they're from parts of the world that I've never been to or played poker in, and they're actually super pros. And Long Cow proves that he's a great player by making an insane fold here. I have no idea what he had, but it's insane because I didn't get the rest of my stack doubled up. Instead, I'm winning 650k, but I really wish he would have called off the final 230. That miracle jack on the river brings us to the end of day 1, and I get to do what every tournament poker player dreams of and bag up my chips.
All right, you guys, we are bagging 420,000 chips, a little bit less than a double.
Remember to see your bet.
That's the good news. The bad news is we're coming back to day 2, approximately 60 people away from the money. And we're only gonna have around 10 to 12 big blinds. So we got work to do. Our stack's gonna be in the middle pretty soon, but if we can fade 60 people, we're probably gonna make somewhere around $15,000. Day 2 coming up next. Let's go.
Out of the 1,046 entrants, only 218 are coming back for day 2. 167th place is gonna be a min cash for 12.2k, but I have just 420k in my stack at the 40k big blind level. That's not a great spot to be in for just 10 big blinds. After bleeding chips for a few orbits of picking up nothing, it's time to get my stack in the middle. I can't pick up any hands to go all in with. My chip stack is going in the wrong direction and the blinds keep coming around. So when the hijack opens it up to 80k and I look down at ace king offsuit, this is a dream spot from the small blind. There's 212 players left in the tournament, just 45 away from a $12,000 min cash, and my tournament life is on the line. Surely the hijack can't fold for just 220k more. He puts in the call. The cards are on their backs. It's a classic race, ace king versus pocket eights. If there was ever a time to win a hand, it would be right now. I'm so close to the money, I can taste it. And I've played a whole day to get to this point just for him to flop an 8, 10, 8, 5 with 2 clubs, and he takes a massive 98% lead. But if you don't believe, you have no chance. The turn comes the queen of diamonds, and now suddenly I have a 1 in 10 chance to spike a jack on the river. It would be poetic. From the jack on the river yesterday to right now, I've never wanted to see a jack more in my life. Come on, dealer, one time. But the river isn't the fairy tale ending we so hoped for. It comes the queen of hearts giving him a full house, knocking me out of the tournament and $8,000 down the drain.
You know what it is? It's the
That's tournament poker. You grind the whole time to get in these massive spots for everything, and if you don't hit, you're done, just like that. Nobody here will feel bad for you. They've all been there before. Days like today is what makes winning $680,000 that much sweeter. If everything was that easy, it wouldn't mean as much. I'm now stuck 14.3K on the series, but the buy-ins only get bigger from here. 15K, 25K, and 30K entries await us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Go sign up to Club WPT Gold. The link is down below. There's 2 more videos on your screen right now. Click one of those to keep on watching. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.